Hi, I'm Ray Tatter. Thanks for tuning in. If you've never heard of Safetyville, USA, it's a really important part of young people's education in Sacramento. And so you want to stay tuned right after this important message, and we'll teach you about it. Okay, you've tuned in to LiveWire. Yes, it certainly is. And with me in the studio is Jenny Mensch and Mr. Lara. You are a volunteer,
That's
right?
right.
Oh, we want to talk about volunteer and how people are volunteers and why you walked into Safetyville, USA, and work with Jenny and the events that we're having. Sound like a good idea?
Sounds great. Very excited.
Okay. All right. So you have something called the Winter Glow of Safetyville, or at Safetyville.
That's correct. In 2 weeks, actually, starting December 15th, we have Winter Glow powered by SMUD at Safetyville, USA.
What, powered by SMUD?
By SMUD, yep.
Oh,
they're our presenting
I know
sponsor for
SMUD.
this event.
I power them up with my checks.
Well, they're powering up the village with our lights.
Oh, I love it.
It's the first time that Safetyville will ever be covered in holiday lights for the season. So it's going to be a 4-night event with holiday lights, family activities, hot cocoa and cookies.
Ooh, I want the cocoa. But let's describe, because most people don't know what Safetyville is if they hadn't gone, or if their children have gone, they don't know what it looks like anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because kids are, well, I was great, thanks. Describe it.
Yeah, absolutely. Safetyville is a magical place. It's a 1/3 scale city.
Yeah, 1/3 scale city. It's so amazing. If you drive by there, and I don't know if you can see it from the roadway anymore, but when I first saw it, I thought, holy Moses, look at that tiny little city. Are there tiny people in it? And there were. I did see them. They were, of course, 9, 10, and 11 years old. But
That's correct. You can see it from Bradshaw Road there. You can see the side of our little city. It has even small sidewalks, small streets, small parking meters. It is an adorable little village, and it is a place where since 1984, we've had kids come out to learn about health and safety in this really cool venue. Things like crossing the street safely, rules of the road for biking and for pedestrians, things like stranger danger, what to do in case of fire, how to call 911 in case of an emergency, and other sorts of great safety lessons.
wow, that is amazing. Yes, I remember that. And I remember then learning about that busloads of kids came there every day during the school year.
Yes, absolutely. And over the past 2 years, we've really missed those busloads of kids
I'm
coming
sure.
up. It's been a bit of a ghost town for the last 2 years, if I'm being
I-
perfectly honest.
No, I know, and I say lo siento, really. So, what happened? You were walking down the street one day, Mr. Lara, and you thought, I think I'm going to volunteer for something.
Well, you know what? I wish it happened that way, but I was actually introduced through Safetyville. First of all, when I was a child, I was one of those kids on those field trips. But most recently, I've completed a program. It's called the Nehemiah Emerging Leaders Program, and we worked with Safetyville to come up with a strategic opening plan, and we came up with something cool and fun for the community, and this was one of the suggestions, and I just decided to keep on going with it because I believe in the mission of Safetyville.
Oh, yeah, and so do I. I mean, I don't know how many towns have anything like Safetyville, like it's a miniature city and that teaches kids in a very impactful way, wouldn't you say?
I would say that. Yeah, there aren't many other places like Safetyville in the country, so it is quite a unique town.
I think it's really good, and you teach them in this kind of what they call interactive manner, in a sense that, it's not like you slap their hands; they get a sense of it all.
Exactly. That interaction is so important for learning, particularly with the age of children that we work with. And I think for all learners too, even up through adults, I know I learn better when I'm interacting and getting to try things out for myself. So when we bring kids out to Safetyville, it's not just, oh, you must walk on the sidewalk, don't cross on red, but really having them practice, asking them questions through some different questioning strategies, and then having them do, maybe some games, or letting them cross the street themselves and having them show us what they know. And what's great about Safetyville is we don't have real dangers. We don't have cars driving by. We don't have bikes whizzing through, or those e-scooters whizzing through. So it's a really safe way for those kids to learn.
They're showing some little pictures of kids crossing right now, and that's kind of cute.
Oh, yep. And there's one of our former docents acting as the crossing guard with that stop sign there.
Former docents. And that's also another part of the story is that right now you're regrouping and you have some events coming up, and we want to talk about those events too, and get a sense of how you're moving back towards the school buses showing up with kids learning. Or not.
Yes. Well, we're going to do some different sorts of things. Winter Glow is our first real sort of comeback, so to speak. And we really just want to remind the community that we are here for them. We are here to keep them safe and provide that possibly life-saving education, and really promoting positive safety behaviors and making positive decisions in their day-to-day lives, especially around this holiday season.
So people, that's coming right up on December 15th through the 18th. And you are on Bradshaw Road. It's not far out on Bradshaw.
No.
What's the major cross street there?
Bradshaw and...
Folsom Boulevard, or?
No. I'm forgetting, but it is just off the highway at 3909 Bradshaw Road.
Right, I know that. So I'm really interested in the event that you're having. It's kind of like a good group raising kind of thing, so folks can go and actually see it again, and also take part with their children. Like there's a bike thing. Tell me about it.
Yes.
Lay it out.
So each night of this event, families can expect to experience the holiday lights displays and then different special features each night. So the first night, Wednesday the 15th, will be our bike night at Safetyville. And I know over the summer we usually have bike nights. We haven't for the last couple years, but people have been clamoring to bring their bikes out, and we'll be doing that Wednesday. Kids can bring their bikes. Thursday night, we'll actually have the Sacramento Youth Band Jazz Band come out and do a performance. We will also have County Supervisor Don Natoli come out and help us light up the city on Thursday.
I like it.
We're very excited to have all these different things. And then Friday and Saturday, we'll have a DJ to keep that festive spirit going throughout the event.
Oh, that's so good. It sounds like a really nifty event. And folks can show up and learn more about what you do.
Yes, they can. We'll have some information about Safetyville, but also about the other types of programming that Safety Center, our nonprofit organization, provides to the community. Safety Center isn't just about kids' health and safety. We also offer motorcycle training for members of the community, alcohol and drug programming, counseling for those who've had DUIs, and workplace safety training to help businesses keep their employees safe.
Little kids can go there. It's teens who have had problems, and teens who are interested in staying on the planet.
Yes, we do offer safe driving programs for teens during the school year as well. So we like to provide safety education and training for children all the way up through adults.
Okay. Oh, what's that up on the screen? It's Safetyville, USA.
Oh, yeah. Those are some of the events that we've been able to have in the past and hoping to bring back with our reopening next year. Those family bike nights that I mentioned. Family Day was a big opportunity to bring in partners in our community to share health and safety messages, teen safe driving, or Halloween haunts, trick-or-treating in the safest neighborhood.
Really good. So, folks, we will bring that on the screen a little bit later so that people can get their pencils ready and take the information down along with the dates and things like that. Because it's just coming right up. The 15th is zoom right by us, because you know what else is coming, or who else is coming. Sandy. Santa Claus is coming. Okay, so community programs, but you're not the only goddess there. There are others too, right?
Yes. I work with a great group of colleagues in our different departments, our workplace safety, alcohol and drug program, our motorcycle program, and in the community programs department, which is our Safetyville, our teen safe driving. I do have one or two colleagues who assist me with getting these programs ready, but it's really the support of volunteers like Marlon who are really helping pull these activities together.
And it's its own nonprofit, right, Marlon?
That's right. It is, and we're always looking for volunteers. I'm just one, piece of this project, but I know that Safetyville is actively looking for volunteers to work on other things, and I'm here to also encourage everybody to do the same because it's fun and exciting and it's for a good cause.
Yeah. And those other programs look really interesting because those are all, from the first time I had heard it, I thought it was just for young folks, but it's for issues that are a little bigger than that when you get to be about 15 or 14.
Yep.
Yeah.
That safe driving message is good even for our middle schoolers who are starting to observe their parents' driving behaviors and maybe sometimes seeing things that aren't so great behind the wheel. I mean, even me, Safety Jenny, I have picked up a coffee behind the wheel and had something to drink, had coffee to drink while driving, and that's a distraction. And those middle schoolers, those young children are even watching their parents drink coffee, change the music on the stereo, even check their phone messages. And those are the kinds of things we want to start changing the narrative on and saying distracted driving of any kind is something we shouldn't be doing.
I would never do that. How about that? Ooh, yeah. I know that actually I myself have done that, and to almost negative action. So I haven't luckily been careful, and so I've pretty much slowed that. My wife knows what to tell me now if I reach for the radio or a cup or something.
Yeah, anything that takes your eyes off the road, hands off the wheel, or mind off the drive can be a danger, and we can impart that type of knowledge to our preteens, our teens, who might be getting on the road in the future.
Yes, I wouldn't do that if I were you, Daddy.
Exactly.
Could be helpful.
Actually, yes. Children and their encouragement of parents, saying, "Wow, Mom, that's not safe. I don't feel safe when you do that," can actually help. That has been shown to change the behavior of adults as they're driving as well.
I think that's amazing. So how do you actually teach safety skills? We talked a little bit about how you set it up with the small city and how you go through all of that. How do children react, when you're teaching them? I mean, it's very interesting. They carry their cares along with them about fear and all of that. Do some of them overreact?
It's hard to say. Each child is different, but our message is about making positive decisions and positive choices with our behavior. We're focused on empowering children to do actions towards safety or to help others take actions towards being more safe. And we try not to do the scare tactics, right? Because that does maybe immobilize you with fear a little bit. Like, what if I do this? Everything bad could happen. We really try to do that uplifting, empowering message to children that they can be safe in their day-to-day lives. They can take action for their own safety.
Sounds really good, Jenny. I'm very, very pleased to hear all of that. So do you also talk about things like fire or strangers in your midst and things like that?
We sure do. Those are topics that we've long covered on our field trips that we've had out to Safetyville. We've even had, at some of our events, had COVARs come out and teach some personal defense skills. We've had the fire department come out and share some of their safety messages as well.
Oh, look, there's a picture of something.
Oh, that's there in Safetyville. We actually have a railroad crossing to talk about how to be safe at a railroad crossing.
That's a railroad thing.
And you can see those kids on their bikes. They're following the rules of the road. They're waiting right there until that arm goes back up.
That's good. That's good. And what's this one?
Oh, this is our mascot, Safety Bill.
Safety Bill?
Safety Bill, and he will be making an appearance at our Winter Glow event.
Oh. Does Bill get paid?
No, he does not.
Just joking.
He does it for the joy.
Oh,
the
look
joy.
at that. That is so amazing. How tall is that? 30 feet? 15 feet?
I'm
it's
not very
tiny.
good with measurements, but it is very, very small. We can enter it. That's actually our classroom inside Safetyville. Our Capitol building is.
Yeah.
And it's quite a small room. It's certainly not as large as our Capitol building in downtown.
There
And
it
there
is.
we have our aerial shot of Safetyville. You can see our streets, our crosswalks, and the number of those buildings that we have out there.
That's great. So as a nonprofit, so you have a board of directors of people who, verify, you're going to have volunteers. Oh, good. How many? And what are they going to do? The kind of action questions. And then also, it is a nonprofit, so they probably donate money too. So this is how, do you raise money?
Yes, and for this event, we have raised money. We've had a number of sponsors come on board that we're very excited and grateful for their support. We have SMUD, our presenting sponsor. We've also got Breathe Easy Insurance, Tigert, Golden One Credit Union, Safe Plus Insurance Center, the Sacramento Regional Transit District, Forterra, Moira Little, a State Farm insurance agent, Life Safer Northern California, and CalNina, which is the Emergency Number Association of Emergency Line Operators. Yep. And then we've also had some in-kind sponsors as well. Barsati Juice and a couple of Targets and Home Depots have donated us some lights. Ellis and Ellis Sign Company, and we have gotten donations from Rockland Optimist Club, and then other just community members who are donating. We have our Nice List donation for $25 that community members can.
Oh, we can't say dollars. Yes, nonprofit.
I'm so sorry.
But that's okay. We can say people can donate what they can.
People can donate what they can and get on our Nice List.
It's fascinating. And so when the event happens, what are you going to do, Mr. Lara?
There's different roles at the event. There's going to be hot cocoa, and I'll probably be serving up a couple cups there. I think we're going to be, there's going to be some light sticks that people are going to be able to get entertained with. Just greeting folks, making sure that they get welcome, that everybody's feeling safe, but also above all, making sure that everybody's having fun. So if I can cheer up a couple people or two, I'm going to do it.
Oh, heck, with that smile, you should be able to do everybody in 10 seconds.
Anything I can do.
I could find fascinating the whole idea of this in our community, and I think that our community ranks in the world of all of this pretty safe city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. There are still things that our community members need to know and be prepared for, such as especially at this time of the year when we have shortened days, lots of night. Being seen when they're crossing the street, when they're biking, when they're out and about in the community, being sure to just be aware.
Yes. Can I ask about this? Their transformation now, the organization, and a lot of organizations are doing this. They're transforming themselves, especially the ones who have tried to continue their programming and they did it online and found that they got a response from Israel, Africa, South America, China, whatever. So they have this group of people now who are following their organization. So, and that's a major impactful change in people's thinking. Like the Poetry Center is always going to have online poets or not, or they'll go to a theater and do their live show while that'll be broadcast as well.
Yeah.
So what is this new thing this major new transformation that you're having?
Yes. For Safetyville itself, we'll be, over the course of the next year, probably 2 years, transforming the village a little bit and bringing in some more interactive style exhibits, but also creating virtual learning for Safetyville. We know that not everybody can make it out to Safetyville for a field trip, whether that is distance, transportation issues to be able to get to the city, and being able to offer a 3D immersive tour of Safetyville where you can actually click through, and as you go through the village in this 3D tour, you'll be able to have different safety messages come up and teach you what you would learn if you came in person.
Those computer people.
I know, it's amazing what we can do.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, can I follow it on my phone?
You absolutely can.
I can learn how to be safe on my phone.
You can. We don't have our virtual tour up yet, but when we do, it will be mobile friendly.
So that is amazing. And how does the board feel about that?
Well, I don't sit on the board. I play a volunteer role, but maybe Jenny could speak more about the depth and experience and the skill that's on the board.
Yeah, I know our organization has been very excited to bring technology to all the different areas of the company, not only through Safetyville, but throughout the past 2 years, we've been able to transform our DUI programming, our workplace safety programming, and even our classroom portions of our motorcycle safety training have been able to be conducted in an online format. Our company offers safety forums every year through our workplace safety department, just to bring together a lot of the different companies and organizations who need to bring safety to their employees. And we've been able to offer that online and expand our footprint, not only reach our local clients here in California, but as you said, reach across the country, reach across the world even. With our messaging.
I think this kind of innovation, I like to think of California as a place where a lot of innovation happens. There are a lot of creative types who run cities and who take the challenge of bringing new programming to cities and expanding programs that are working and not just sitting there and going, yep, I vote no, So this is a great change for people and change for our city in all aspects of the term, in terms of what theaters, what schools are doing, and you're kind of a school, I think it's fabulous. And maybe I'll change the name of our television program, Because You Came. Because it's a danger. A live wire is a danger. You don't want to touch that, right?
Oh, no, I do not. And in fact, for Winter Glow, we are working with ITAP, which is an electrical apprenticeship and education program, to be installing our lights, because I don't know all that much about electricity out there, and so we want to make sure that it's as safe as it can possibly be. And I don't want to touch any live wires.
It's a shocking thing you're learning. Shocking. So good. And so, is there a time zone to your membership as a volunteer?
I hope there isn't. I hope I can continue to stay engaged with Safetyville for the long run. I believe in safety. It's something that we're not going to compromise anymore in these times, and it's very important to keep each other safe. But the variety of programs that Safetyville offers, I hope to stay involved in any way that I can.
Sure, Marlon, and I think you should.
That's right.
You seem to be really into the idea of what this service to our community is all about.
Yes.
This innovative service is all
and
about.
if I could share like a quick example as to how that safety motivates me, there's an example that Jenny shared about a young girl that was able to learn how to dial 911 to save her mother's life.
Yes.
And it was through a trip at Safetyville that gave her that knowledge. And so whatever impact we can make and I could be a part of, such as this young girl saving her mother's life, is what I stand for. So I definitely hope to stay engaged.
Fantastic. I read about that in the paper, and I remarked at how young she was. I'm not sure what it was, 5, 6, or something like that.
Yeah.
And she knew what to do. Fascinating. So that's a way to choose how to spend the hours that you have on the planet.
That's right.
Is finding something like
That's right.
that helps us be on the planet.
That's right.
So it's good. So that's coming up next, and let's go over the events, because I want people to know you have an event coming up. We got away from it talking about the nuts and bolts. There it is. We only have 3 minutes, so let's go over it. Okay, Marlon, you take it over. What is happening?
So we're going to have our event Winter Glow at Safetyville, and like Jenny mentioned, we're going to light up the city. We're going to light up our mini Sacramento and invite the community to come out and learn about safety, but spread holiday cheer. And maybe I could pass it off to Jenny to kind of finish up.
And how do people contact you to get there, and how can they bring their checkbook to help you?
Yeah, you could actually visit our website, safetycenter.org, and there's a couple extra steps if you want to get to the event page itself. We're pretty easy to find on Facebook, Instagram. Safetyville USA is our handle. And then I'm also just available through jenny.mensch at safetycenter.org. I take emails.
Jenny.mensch.
Jenny.mensch.
MENCH at
safetycenter.org.
.org. Okay. Yeah. Your generation can pick it up. I'm slowing it down for my people.
I know, I'm a fast talker.
So it's really great to have you on the show. I'm very, very pleased that we talked about all of this goodly stuff. And people who do want to volunteer, see, it says there up at the top, volunteer. No, the other way. Volunteer. Yeah. Well, you can actually volunteer. This little handbill tells why about volunteering to nonprofits throughout our town, and there are a number of them. But there are some that have some really draw to your own, maybe your own experience, and so you can get a hold of this. You can. Jenny will tell us what is the number again? I forgot.
The phone number for Safety Center?
Yes.
Is 916-438-3380.
Thanks so much having you two on. Okay, folks, that's it for today. We'll be back next Wednesday, as we always are, with LiveWire. Think about changing the name of it, maybe. LiveWire, Safety Wire. How's that? No, that's not going to work. Anyway, I'll find out. So stay tuned for LiveWire, and we'll see you next week. Bye.